Question: who is the image of the invisible God?
As to the question, who is the image of the invisible God? The Apostle Shaul Paul wrote about the Lord Jesus the Messiah in Colossians chapter 1 in verse 12 by saying, giving thanks unto the Father, which hath made us meet to be partakers of the inheritance of the saints in light, who has delivered us from the power of darkness, and has translated us into the kingdom of his dear Son. This dear Son is none else but the Lord Jesus the Messiah. Shaul Paul continued to say, in whom we have redemption through his blood, even the forgiveness of sins, and then he directly making a reference to the one who is the image of the invisible God, namely the Lord Jesus the Messiah. In verse 15 he is saying, who is the image of the invisible God, the firstborn of every creature. The Lord Jesus the Messiah, entitled, he is the firstborn of every creature.
Colossians 1 verse 16 and 17. For by the image of the invisible God all things were created, that are in heaven and that are on earth, visible and invisible, whether thrones or dominions or principalities or powers. All things were created through the image of the invisible God, and for him. And he is before all things, and in him all things consist.
Colossians chapter 1 verses 13 and 14 tell us that the Father has delivered us from the power of darkness and has translated us into the kingdom of his dear Son, in whom we have redemption through his blood, even the forgiveness of sins. And verse 15 tells us that he is the image of the invisible God.